800 likes.
Amateur Pack's mouthful of meat.
You won't believe what happens next.
Oh, I do believe it.
Fucking clickbait. I'm gonna title this video "Not Clickbait."
Oh, what title in that?
Yeah, no, that's actually gonna be the title of the video.
yeah.
Not clickbait.
This is not clickbait. Click here to find out what you get. No, but no,
No, you
Oh fuck! I'm gonna have to pull it off of Twitch because I have not been recording this whole time.
So-
I was only streaming.
since we gone,
Good job, Dave.
oh, damn! I didn't know what I was doing here.
Oh,
Oh my gosh, that's
Awesome.
amazing.
I mean, at least I was streaming to Sinbad. At least Sinbad
Yeah, I
saw
was like,
us.
Sinbad knows the first half of what. What goes where?
One viewer. See, I still am not sure if one viewer is you, myself, because it's been doing that where it's like showing one viewer, but I'm pretty sure it's just my own chat. But if there's somebody here, please say hello in the chat because we are just kind of BSing. We're setting up a game right now, Betrayal at Baldur's Gate.
I wonder if they're really bashful.
So- I mean, just a like a wave, and it'll go. Let's go to 0 viewers.
Or just say, I'm always watching, Wachowski. I'm always watching.
Yeah, see, that'll be fine. That's good.
So,
First, hello everybody. This is we do our YouTube intro, and editing is fantastic. That's what. Welcome back to a new year with the crew,
Yep.
and as you see, I'm joined by Mr. Jacob,
Hello.
Mr. Jerry,
Hey.
and Mr. Daniel wearing his Chicago hat even after that nightmare of a kick.
What will forever, unfortunately, known as the Doink Doink game.
The double doink.
double point.
The double doink. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and put a clip of that in there. Okay, of the actual double doink. So,
Oh god.
just in case anybody doesn't know what we're talking about.
And he hits the upright again. That's impossible.
Oh my goodness. The Bears' season's going to end on a double doink. One. Unbelievable. How many times can they hit the upright?
5 in the stadium.
Of all those memes everybody did, I love the one with the car that was wrapped around the pole.
I actually shared that one like an hour
I was
after
like,
the game.
that was fucking
It's like
hilarious. I was
him
like,
leaving the... Well, because the thing was,
Parking,
it was
leaving
the left side, too. Like,
Yeah.
it was... It even followed that.
leaving the parking lot.
Yeah, it's like that figure.
What did I see last night? You had one job as one of Spawn was not anymore.
Not anymore.
Not anymore, yeah.
Yeah, no,
It's
he
funny
certainly
because
does not.
ESPN put up this thing. It was like the immediate need of all 32 NFL teams. Like this was like 2 days after the thing, and Chicago's was a reliable kicker.
Dang. Jesus. So, I forgot where we were in the in the intro, but anyway. We're here. We're doing bad movies that we like.
all of them.
Instead of doing a bracket like with the Marvel movies, this one's gonna be a little more difficult to try and kind of do that with. I feel like a lot of us with our picks haven't seen everybody else's picks, so I'm just gonna go down the list here of what I've gotten off of Facebook and see if anybody's seen them and see if we got anything to say.
And
about
I do
them.
want to point out that we're pretty much go by movies that are universally considered bad.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
not like some critically acclaimed film that you yourself just don't think is that great.
Now there would be some that are critically acclaimed that we think are bad. Like for me, that would be Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, or Avatar.
Right.
Like those would be in there. But we're going the opposite way. We're going either critically or just generally considered bad movies.
Okay.
Yeah.
But we like them anyway.
Aw, damn.
Jacob, do you have any movie you have specifically in mind that you would consider?
I mean, I really like Weekend at Bernie's. I think that's considered a bad movie.
It is, and
But it's-
I love it.
Yeah, like...
Do you like 2? Is the question?
Yeah, of
You
course.
do like 2.
Of course.
Do you know what's funny? I actually think I like 2 better.
Yeah, I was gonna say like
the
it's so
dancing.
goofy. Yeah, like,
Well, 2, I feel like they steered into the curve. They like knew, okay, this is a
Yeah.
really silly premise. Like this is just this
They're
is
like,
kind
let's
of
get-
dumb.
yeah, let's
let's just go all out. Like
Yeah,
have them have
exactly.
a boombox and like start.
yeah, and I actually like I saw the second one
Dancing.
first when I was younger.
Oh yeah.
And when I saw the first one, I was like, "This. I mean, it's entertaining, but it's not like where's he? Why isn't he moving?"
Yeah,
like,
he would like dance. Like that was super fun.
yeah, like I had a ball with that.
I will say I watched 2 over and over
yeah,
and
yeah.
over again, like as a kid.
Yeah,
Which is funny because if you think about it, the movie's probably not really for kids.
no.
Like, I mean, this chick straight up
women.
has sex with Bernie while he's dead.
Yeah,
so
that's right. Yeah.
Ow. Like that's
Hey, man, you know.
I don't know because it's not like it was like immediately after when supposedly there's like a
yeah.
blood
Yeah.
flow thing, and no, it was like the next day, and I don't know. Hollywood, man,
She's a freak.
Hollywood in the '90s was just
Anything goes.
They-
like you can do.
they were
anything.
actually throwing ideas at the wall and just like,
Oh, yeah.
Let's see, we have dead guy and beach, okay, and sex party.
Yeah.
Okay, how can we make this work? Like,
Bear with me here.
Phil, I don't think that's gonna work. Like, no, I got this. I'm a really smart writer. I can figure
I'm
this
a
out.
really smart writer. just,
Oh, you
just
didn't take green. What do we got here? Weekend at Bernie's a solid choice, and I also enjoy that one
yeah,
as well.
I like Weekend at Bernie's.
Jerry, go ahead. Let's hear it. I know you got one. I see it.
Yeah, I do want to say something real quick that amongst our friends, I sometimes get this unfair reputation as the guy who can't enjoy a bad movie because I do immediately watch a lot of the classics and I watch a lot of the Oscar bait movies, as they like to be called, because I do enjoy those movies, and for the most part, I do find them actually good. With some exception where it's like, okay, you're trying too hard to be good instead of actually being good. With that being said, Jerry can appreciate certain bad movies, especially bad movies that from his childhood he thought was good as a kid. Only to grow up and realize they're bad, but damn it, the kid in me still loves it.
Right.
So with that being said, my first bad movie I want to bring up is Last Action fucking Hero.
Yes!
Because,
I love that movie.
because that movie hits all the right notes. I mean, critics hated it, but it hits all the right notes at lampooning the genre it's making fun of.
Yeah,
and I will never not laugh at the kid trying to prove Arnold Schwarzenegger is an action hero, going into the video store and it's Sylvester Stallone as the Terminator. And Arnold Schwarzenegger's going, I don't what? It's some of his best work. As a kid, I always loved the cartoon cat, even though he only appears for like 15 seconds. Because the whole idea that there's a cartoon cat in this realistic world was ludicrous to me. You know?
For some reason, I always remember the part where he's going to break the window in the car in the real world, and he's like, "Ow!"
Yes.
Your character.
It's like-
We got to get back to his universe where this is just a flesh wound. But also, I just love the idea
Where to?
of this kid who clearly has not the greatest life in the world. And honestly, by the end of the movie, his life is still not the greatest life in the world. That never really gets resolved.
Oh yeah.
But I love the fact that he gets this golden ticket.
I've got a
Willy
golden
Wonka-esque golden ticket
Yeah.
to go into another fantasy world. And he ends up in Arnold Schwarzenegger's car. It's just a cool concept, regardless of the quality of the movie. It's just a good idea.
It's a very unique idea. That's
And
for sure.
it's just a lot. And the movie's just fun. It's one of those. It's not on Netflix, but if I saw it on Netflix, I'd watch it.
Yeah,
They keep it on
I'd
TV.
definitely bring
They keep
it
it on
if
TV.
somebody put it
I
in.
do the 3-minute commercial breaks to watch it. I watched it tons of times as a kid on my grandma's recorded off whatever movie channel it was on VHS.
TNT.
And with my grandma movie VHS, it was always a weird collection. It was like Last Action Hero, Sound of Music, and then Scream. You know,
Right.
You know, it's just like I'm horrified, I'm singing, and I'm laughing all at the same time. It makes up some weird nightmare. So yeah, Last Action Hero. It's a bad movie. I think it's a solid bad movie.
That's a solid choice.
Yeah.
I
And
like
it's so 90s. Which, for the record,
it
a
is,
lot of
it
my
really
bad
is.
movie choices are so 90s.
It was a good time for
It's a solid choice.
Yes.
Before we go first,
I've never watched it.
I want to ask the question because
Maybe I should look
this
at
was
this.
brought up. Somebody had commented and said Talladega Nights. And to me, is that really a bad movie?
To me, yes. I can't say that movie.
Really?
I think it's a mixed
To this day,
movie.
I've never watched the whole entire thing because I just can't get through Will Ferrell.
I don't know.
I think it's a taste
think it's
thing.
one
If
of
you
Will
can't,
Ferrell's better
if you
movies.
can't stand Will Ferrell, you're not going to enjoy any Will Ferrell.
Well, it's
movie.
Will Ferrell and that other guy.
John C. Reilly.
John C.
Yeah.
Reilly.
It's them.
I love how
they're
we.
most like.
It's anytime that both of them are together, I'm just like, what the fuck?
See that
them
and Step
separated,
Brothers.
them separated, I can handle them a little more
Yeah,
I-
I heard
yeah.
Holmes and Watson like bombed.
because it's them
That
two
look, yeah,
together.
but that didn't look like it was going to be.
because
Yeah.
it's not them. It's not the character. Like you
But-
completely took the characters
Yeah,
and went
like-
a completely different
like
route.
Talladega Nights and Step Brothers. That's like in their wheel. They're goofy. They're
But see, that's
to
their
me, they're
wheelhouse is not good.
hilarious.
To
Yeah.
me.
I
Their
like-
wheelhouse is not good for me.
Yeah, and we've had several conversations
And
about
Idiocracy, I would argue Idiocracy is not a bad movie because it's
Idiocracy.
Idiocracy. It's meant to lampoon. It's basically a guy goes into the future and everyone's really stupid,
How about
Oh, okay.
all right?
and they vote.
I don't know how these were done, but Scary
as
Movie
president.
3.
3?
Scary Movie 3.
3 was a bad
Like
movie
any-
I didn't enjoy.
You didn't enjoy it?
No.
3 was the last one I watched before I stopped watching them, and I can't even really remember.
I
3
went
all
one
that.
was
more
the one
because
with,
I had no luck.
Charlie Sheen.
Oh, yeah, I didn't care for
Ferris
3.
came back in there.
Yeah, Ferris.
I didn't care for 3. I liked 2, and I really liked 1.
Yeah,
Yeah.
see, that's what I'm saying. One
was good.
actually is a good movie.
It's a good.
I think it actually got
lampooning-
good
Yeah.
Okay.
reviews.
I gotta tell a quick story about one because I did enjoy one. I know everyone's talking about bad, but I talk about scary movies. I went
no,
to
that's
one. I went to one in Newport News,
Uh huh.
and the location is relevant because I was me and my two friends were probably the only white people in the theater. And the reason this is relevant is there's a joke in Scary Movie where she's being attacked by the killer, and she writes into her computer "white woman in distress," and immediately all the cops show up at her house.
Oh yeah.
The reason I bring this up because I kid you not, the whole theater stood up and applauded the joke. Like the whole theater stood up and applauded. I mean, I'm laughing, but like everybody around me is standing ovation, like it's the
Greatest thing
But,
I've ever
like,
seen.
because it was like it was this type of celebration. Where it's like that is so funny, but so fucking true.
It's like the
It was at that time where like that
Opening
was still
night.
kind of new. And,
Yeah,
You know, like
that was like got her, got him.
got him. But no, I think Scary Movie counts as good, or as good as one of those movies can be.
Yeah, I mean for what it is, it's
Yeah.
solid.
I think it was
Comedy is
solid.
Good. It's
Yeah. 2 is more borderline.
yeah,
And then it just
true.
gets worse the higher the
the more
numbers
it
go up.
goes.
I mean, look, if you enjoy 3, you enjoy 3,
No,
but
I
I'm
know.
just saying, like, when he started getting into, like, the 4s and the 5s, it's just like,
well,
Yeah, see,
after,
I haven't
after
seen it
everybody
really
left
after
it,
3.
And like
Yeah.
you know, they started
Yeah.
getting into like date movie and
date
Oh,
Meet the
God.
Oh,
Spartans.
not another teen movie.
and-
Yeah.
I don't know how that reception was for that, but I actually really like
I like
I
Yeah.
think it got mixed reviews.
I don't know,
think.
Those movies are
but I-
hard to judge
but I
because
think
do they
that first
actually
one-
are they actually ever in theater? I know the
Well, I
first
think
3
the-
scary movies were.
I think
but
Not Another Teen Movie was one of the
It
first
was-
ones of that kind, though.
it
so-
was in theaters.
It was. Yeah, I mean, it was. It was.
and I think it was and I think it was well received because it was before Meet the
Before,
Spartans
yeah,
and
like,
disaster movie
yeah.
and superhero movie.
Yeah, I
where
never
they were
watched-
more, it was.
I did like Not Another
unoriginal
Teen
and-
movie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I thought it lampooned it.
It was.
I thought it
right.
lampooned things well.
Yeah.
I really loved the musical number in that movie.
Yeah.
The musical number is great. Once again, playing off how minorities are portrayed in these things. We had the black guy going to the black one. What are you doing here? I'm the black guy at this party. Oh, my bad. And like they do the handshake. And they go off. He just goes off casually like
never see him again.
You never see
Yeah,
him
yeah,
again.
exactly.
Yeah, no, it did really well at what it was trying to do. So
Final Destinations.
That's. I don't know.
I don't know how
once
they
you
are
start
reviewed.
with the first few, I think
Yeah, the first one is good, and I think it got good reviews, which is why there's always a second. But the second one was just as good.
Yeah, like.
It was when it got to the third and the fourth.
Yeah, I think the deaths got really creative, but at the
Yeah.
same time, it also took away. Like,
I have
That's
never.
Saw the
Yeah.
deaths got really creative, but the story just kind of got dumber. and
Okay,
dumber.
they're. Yeah, I was never into the Saw movies. Like Saw 1 was okay.
I never seen it.
Like
Really?
I could sit through Saw 1,
Oh, yeah.
but I
The
didn't
first
need
version.
more Saw. Like if Saw 1 had just ended on that twist,
It really.
yeah,
It was a
I would've been
perfect.
fine.
It was a perfectly serviceable, well, like one
Now-
done movie.
Here.
Saw 4.
I liked 2. Oh, fine.
Yeah,
3,
2 and 3.
3 was a little.
They said when it started. That's when it started to fell off. But like,
But
it's still
4 actually
considered-
brought it back.
Yeah, and but
4 made
that's
it
the thing. I
better
like 4, but people didn't like 4.
No,
Like,
I liked 4.
Yeah, I like 4.
Like I
But,
thought 4 brought it back to like, okay, we're getting back on
yeah,
track. It's
exactly.
getting good again.
I thought that too. Like 4 and 6, I really enjoyed. But those are like the 2 most critically panned ones. And I'm
I don't
like,
know about. I can't say about 6. So.
I mean, looking back, it is pretty bad. But like, I like the story of it. So I mean,
Yeah.
you know, and then I also
Was
like
it?
the.
I think it was 5. The twist that they tried to do, it was like so obvious. It wasn't even a twist.
Yeah, and it was like getting ridiculous.
What a
at that point.
twist!
It was like,
Yeah.
it's like, oh, he was Jigsaw. Like, yeah, we knew. Like,
Yeah,
that was
like
you
I'm a
could have
villain right
put
on
it
top
in
of
the
his
opening
face.
credits, and we would have been like, yeah, no, we know.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, good for you.
Like he's not a good guy.
So I have I have in my comments here. An argument had actually started over whether or not a movie is bad. I can't say because I haven't seen. No, actually, no, we're not. We don't. We don't get into those.
Yeah.
But Dickie Roberts, former child star. I can't say. It looks like it's horrible.
It
from what I've
is.
seen.
It's horrible, and I'm sorry who's arguing and who's
For
arguing
it?
for it being good. It's horrible, and it's not enjoyable horrible. So I'm not gonna
There you
include it
go.
on this list.
Final word.
Half of Adam Sandler's movies.
Yeah, that's true.
Because they're still
So-
good.
so
like
let's
they're
see.
still good to watch movies.
Happy
they're just
Gilmore.
horrible.
Happy
See, that's
Gilmore's
good and
good.
good.
Happy
That's
Gilmore
good.
good.
Little Nicky's good and
Little
good.
Nicky,
I've
Wedding
seen
Singer.
I didn't
Wedding
like.
Singer.
I didn't like Little Nicky.
You didn't like Little Nicky?
Yeah, I couldn't get
I haven't
into
seen
it.
it. I haven't
Big
seen
Wedding
Daddy.
Singer's fun.
Big Daddy's okay.
I like Big
Never
Daddy.
seen Big Daddy.
It's
I've never seen
fine.
Devil Woman Becomes a Millionaire.
Oh,
Mr.
Black
Deeds?
Flag?
Mr.
Yeah,
Deeds, which is actually a remake.
Yes, it is.
It's a remake.
That's true.
Mr. Deeds Goes to Town is what it's remaking.
Oh, okay. I was like,
All
oh,
right.
see?
Everybody seemed to hate Click. I actually thought it was
Never
good.
watched Click.
I thought it was actually
I thought it was
one
really
of Adam
charming,
Sandler's better, more serious roles.
I
by the
really like
time
Click,
we got-
but
And Kate Beckinsale's his wife, so I mean that's.
and Christopher Walken. Like, I mean,
Yeah,
how
Christopher
can you
Walken.
go
It's
wrong?
Christopher Walken.
working beyond and Bed Bath Beyond. No, I like
I just
Click.
don't. My issue is
good.
there's a lot of movies I do like. I'm just not sure how they were received, and that's why I don't have a lot. Because
That's fair.
Yeah.
Balls of Fury, I don't know how that was received,
like-
but I love that movie.
I think that one was mixed. Yeah.
It's such a funny again,
But I
Christopher
think
Walken.
yeah, I'll say like I think those are like
Whoa.
so bad they're good type territory. But it's like
But that's what we're going for. Is it for what we believe in?
Yeah.
I mean,
so, did somebody just say Clue?
no.
anyone who calls
Yeah.
Clues a bad movie is wrong and should not be listened to by
I was
any
gonna say, I
section
like
of
Clue a
society.
I don't think anybody.
Any
said
Any movie
Clue.
that
Okay,
is
I
willing
thought
to
he said-
have
I'm
multiple endings and have them in
And
different
show it.
theaters,
Yeah.
I will not be mad at.
Wait, so what?
When Clue originally came out,
Oh, yeah.
not every theater got the same ending.
So
Yeah.
That's fucking so exciting. With like if we were
If there were
if we were
two
talking to a
people,
preacher,
yeah.
we always saw it's like,
On
dude,
the-
that ending. It's like, yeah, I couldn't see Miss Peacock. Wait, Miss Peacock? No,
Oh, hold
it
on.
was Scarlet.
Yeah.
No, it was Miss.
It was
Peacock.
Mr. Body actually.
at the end on the DVD, it actually shows it's like, or it could have happened this way.
Like-
That's how they
Yeah.
Like,
included all the endings.
Bad
But I thought that
movie.
was really.
Yeah, I was like, that was really awesome.
like,
Like I really like that.
like, and there are some people in this world who argue this is a bad movie. And let me be clear that when I'm about to call this a bad movie, I still enjoyed the movie.
Yeah.
Rocky Horror Picture Show is not a good movie.
It's not.
And no one, and anyone who
It
tries to
has-
convince you,
well, wait.
but the music kicks ass.
It has good.
The
parts
music
in
kicks
it.
ass, and it's just
It's
fun.
really charming, yeah.
And it's fun, you know.
Yeah, you have fun
It's
with
fun.
it. That's the point.
It's a fun movie. Like, and if someone doesn't have fun with me, that's
I mean,
fine. But
it's a very.
but don't. But anyone who tries to convince you it's a good movie, they're wrong. You know, it's it's
Bag.
not. But
Bag empty.
no,
He's still eating.
but it is fun.
Sorry. Okay.
I'm gonna go back to the '90s.
I'm gonna go-
because you know,
Okay.
so we can stay and keep on talking bad movies. Street Fighter.
Oh my
Street
god.
Fighter was bad.
Yeah.
I think I mentioned that during our last thing. That's one of those movies
It's
that
very charming.
it's like I have such a good time with it. It like Rocky
Yeah,
Horror,
yeah,
as you
definitely.
said. I have such a good time with that movie, and I'm aware it's bad. It's poorly acted, except for
Raul.
that man as Bison. For you, I understand. For you, the day Bison graced your village was the greatest day of your life. But for me, It was
It's
Tuesday.
such a great line.
And his delivery is
Yeah. Oh
so
my
smart.
God.
He
hammed it up.
I don't
Like,
know.
he-
I don't know if he knew it was bad and was like, "Fuck it, I'm going all in,"
Right.
or if he's like, "You know what? No, I'm giving my all. I want to."
Yeah, I
Either
like-
way, his performance is amazing in that movie.
Yeah, that's definitely part
Yeah, I love Street Fighter. I
Fighter's
it's just
fun.
underlined like I love Zangief in that movie. Quick, someone change channel.
Change the channel.
You know, I don't get paid enough for this. You get paid?
Yeah, you got paid.
Or like him and Honda fighting over the fake,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
the fake city with the Godzilla noises.
I mean, most obviously, I like the fact that they hired like Jean-Claude Van Damme as an American.
So Jean-Claude Van Damme, I'm going to kick Bison's ass so hard.
that Nick Bison want to be.
Exactly.
Like it's so beautiful. And never changes.
There we go. You know,
I love it.
Godzilla movies. With the
Oh, yeah.
exception of maybe the first few, which were
I don't
taken
even
more
know.
seriously.
I don't even know if you can
I was like,
say
I
the
like
first
the,
few were good.
But no, the very first,
really,
the very first one, in my
They
opinion,
were
is
good for their
good.
time.
I think
Like,
Gojira, the original Gojira.
I've never
I think the original
seen that,
Gojira. I have the
so
original. I
can't really
think.
say.
Well, the original Gojira is also a much different tone. It took itself much more seriously.
Oh yeah, definitely.
In its
But, like,
nature, and it actually had a message
yeah,
that was trying to
I like the
convey.
Ferris Bueller one. I can't remember his name.
Ferris Bueller Day Off.
Oh
No,
yeah,
no. I
Matthew
mean,
Broderick,
Matthew
the 1999
Broderick's
Godzilla.
I liked it.
What?
Oh, here we go! Here we go!
That's
sorry.
no, this is
That
an
is
interesting
a, that
point.
is a, no, okay,
This is an
now you can
interesting
say you have a bad movie that you like. Because that is a bad movie.
You know what?
It fails on so many levels.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Funny enough, Dave, when you were brought up Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, Avatar, I've been thinking, what is a good movie I don't enjoy? Ferris Bueller's one of them.
Ferris Bueller's Day Off? Really? You don't
I never
like
liked
that?
it. I never got into it.
A good movie that
Actually, that's...
I mean, I'm not bringing that into conversation, but it
is
just.
one on the tip of my tongue.
Oh, I know one that everybody loves, whether it was received good or bad. I cannot stand it to this day. Josh goes on and on about the fucking movie, and I'm just like, dude, no, I don't care.
What?
Oh, Labyrinth?
Labyrinth.
Yeah, I mean,
Everybody loves Labyrinth.
yeah, like,
But I
I
can't
love
stand it.
Labyrinth.
Like,
I
it
like-
is
I
so
like Labyrinth,
mind-numbing
but
to
not
me.
love
Like,
it.
I'm just like, what is going on?
You see, your problem is you're not mesmerized by David Bowie's balls.
Yeah.
That is your problem.
I don't know if I can make it to David Bowie.
Look, not everybody can complete the journey to David Bowie's bulge.
Yeah, you have to earn it.
I just can't sit through enough to get to it. Like,
Ground control to David's bulge.
Do you like the
Bowie's.
story?
haven't really seen him.
It's kind of along that same path. I feel
Yeah,
like.
well, I will say, it does start very slowly. Labyrinth.
Yeah.
It does really start slowly, and
It's a
it
good
gets
20, 30 minutes
interesting.
before
It
she
gets
actually, thinks-
before anything gets weird.
I like
Yeah,
I like the first Ghost Rider movie.
The Nick Cage one.
Yeah.
You know
like
what?
it.
You know
I
what?
think it's charming.
I'm with you on this one. I like the first.
I like
Nick
it.
Cage
Like,
Ghost Rider.
I don't-
Even though it is
I actually think I
bad
like Nick
to
Cage.
hell.
I think I like Nick Cage more than most people do.
Yeah, I mean,
I think I like Nick
Okay, let's
Cage.
just start naming Nick Cage movies.
No,
that
oh,
are
no,
bad.
no.
60 seconds, baby. Riddle Ray.
Is that a
Gone in
bad
60
movie?
seconds is amazing.
Is that a bad movie? Like, is it a critically
I don't
bad
say.
movie?
Honestly, I don't care.
I think it was mid-grade.
Yeah, I don't care because it is a good
I love
movie.
it. I love it.
It's also a remake.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I bought my brother the original as a Christmas gift years ago.
Amazing.
But yeah, I'm gone in 60 seconds. But since we went into 80s minutes, because when you said Labyrinth,
Yeah.
I have a bad movie in the 80s that I don't know if anybody at the table has heard about. You probably have, but I remember loving it as a kid. Got it as an adult. Loved it as an adult and then found out it was universally considered a bad movie. Fuck those people. Maximum Overdrive.
Oh, holy
shit, that is
That's considered a
amazing.
bad
It is.
Considered
It
a
is
bad
in
movie.
Japan, and I could not believe it because I was
Yeah.
the same
Oh,
as you,
yeah.
Jared. I watched the shit out of
Yeah.
it.
I haven't
trucks
seen it.
killing people.
I haven't seen it
Sentient
since I was a
trucks
kid.
killing
Yeah.
people.
Plus, it has Emilio Estevez.
And he's freaking nailed it. That performance in that.
It has a great sound. It has a great soundtrack. It has the Green Goblin truck.
The Green Goblin truck is the
Yeah.
greatest.
Which, for the record, was my first introduction to the Green Goblins. I had no idea who the fuck Green Goblin was until that truck.
Right.
And even after that truck, I had no idea who it was. I just one day watched Spider-Man cartoon, and I'm like, that's the truck!
That's the
and it's like,
truck.
oh, Jerry, that's Green Goblin.
I always
They're ripping off the
remembered
truck!
that,
Bullshit! Marvel is bullshit for ripping off the Maximum Overdrive truck!
And we
I
circle back around.
remember just that fucking steamroller just running
Oh,
over
God,
everybody at that baseball
Oh, yeah.
game.
Yeah.
The lawnmower, the just.
Do you remember the soda machine soon? It's so good. And of course, the military vehicle they bring in as backup when shit starts getting real.
Oh, the
and like they
mounted
spin,
gun
and they
is
throw,
like-
and they finally blow it up with a grenade. It's amazing.
Oh my god.
I love that movie so much.
It's like, what do you want? You want gas?
Oh yeah, and they start Morse coding the gas.
I was like, what if nobody can understand Morse code? They'd have been so screwed.
Oh.
What was it like at the beginning of the movie?
I
The
was-
bridge lifts up.
In the very first, and the dude's like, he has to like jump out of the
And I'm pretty sure an ATM told someone to fuck off, but I don't remember exactly.
No, I think you're right. I think in 100, like he went to do the withdrawal, and they're like, "Fuck off."
That sounds
Yeah.
really
Fuck
familiar.
you,
Yeah.
something like
Yeah.
that.
Oh gosh, Maximum Overdrive. It's just if you've never seen Maximum Overdrive,
Highly recommended.
Yeah.
watch it. I'm not saying
On Netflix or Hulu?
it's not
It was
on.
on Netflix.
Yeah, I remember.
What?
Because I remember watching it.
Maximum Overdrive should be on that Sunday night at 8 p.m. every week on TBS. That is just that should just be,
Superstation.
that should be law. I don't care if everybody else in the world hates it. That should be law.
Every single Sunday night.
Now that we have
Let's
a
start a
Democratic
petition
House,
right now.
that should be put on the table immediately. You want to win votes?
Is the Superstation still on?
It's-
Still active?
If it's not active,
It's TBS. It's just not called the Superstation
Oh, yeah.
anymore.
Well, it needs to be.
I think it's been, since Turner doesn't actually
Oh,
own any
yeah.
of that shit anymore.
Yeah.
Damn.
Which is funny because it's all still TBS.
I am
and
so
TNT.
glad
It's all-
that
it's got a name on
Of
it.
all the movies, good and bad, we've named so far, I'm so glad that Maximum Overdrive has gotten the most response from this
I
table.
love Maximum
yeah.
Overdrive.
Maximum Overdrive's the shit.
It is great.
Stephen
Oh yeah, yeah, of course.
Yep.
He directed, actually.
Yeah, he did
and,
direct it.
He said he never directed
He
it.
never directed it.
But you gave us gold, Stevie.
He's like, well, once you have success,
Once-
you're good.
Once you achieve perfection,
There's nowhere to go.
Yeah,
the
exactly.
pursuit is over.
I conquered it, and that's it.
We could go into like just horror movie in general. I'm sure we could just find a.
Oh,
yeah.
there's a
There's
whole
plenty.
slew of
Yeah.
bad horror movies. that-
But are they actually likable?
Yeah, and that's.
Well, with horror movies, and I think
It's a real narrow base of who
Yeah, it
finds it
depends-
enjoyable.
and who finds it scary even because there's
Yeah.
some like people talk about Mirrors. I don't remember if you don't know if you remember that movie Mirrors. Everybody's like, oh, it's horrible, it wasn't scary at all. And I was like, dude, I was scared to look in my rearview mirror for a month.
Yeah, no,
after
we talked about that. Yeah, no,
I was like, fuck that movie.
Yeah.
Man, that movie freaked me the
exactly.
fuck out.
yeah, like, just that whole like
The premise of any reflective
10-minute
service.
stretch of where you just see her just pulling her own jaw apart, just like,
I'm like,
Yeah,
and then you see her in the window or in the mirror,
like
just
when
jaw
when
hanging.
he's
and-
driving and he looks in the rearview mirror, it's like I did not want to look in my rearview mirror for a fucking
Actually,
month.
I looked at that after.
well, just the same, I was scared of shit a fucking semi truck.
You know, Dave, I know of a university paying movie that you haven't brought up yet, but I know you will bring it up.
Yeah, I'm sure there's one.
Well, there's one that I've mentioned like every time we talk about bad movies.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm gonna guess because I'm pretty sure I'm correct. Mario Brothers.
Yep, Super Mario Brothers. That's the one. That was my pick to personally like.
Was it you who posted the thing of it was like kids these days get their
Yes,
game
it was.
their game
They get Pokemon
yeah.
made into a movie.
yeah.
And it's
We got
really
fucking
good-looking
Super Mario,
Super Mario Brothers
and the
and
Goombas
Goombas.
look like this.
Let's be honest. We would totally watch Detective Yoshi. Come on,
we are.
Dude,
I'm gonna go to
and I'm.
Yeah, I'm gonna go see
Well, I posted and I'm like, luckily I got both because Pokemon's my game too, baby.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. I was like, finally, it's happening.
I don't
Fucking
know.
Ryan Reynolds.
I know it didn't get very
Yeah.
well.
Just,
I know it didn't get very well received, but I'm not sure how. I think it was more of the mixed reviews one. I think it's in the mixed reviews category, but the new Power Rangers movie. I really enjoyed it.
I think it got a little more bad reviews than it deserved.
Yeah,
I think it was more harsh than it needed to be.
Yeah, I think people were like, "Oh, it's not."
because I feel like they
Again,
did
it's
exactly what they needed
it's
to.
a
They
Power Rangers movie,
Yeah.
so calm the
They
fuck down.
followed
Exactly.
pretty
It's not
close.
going to be a masterpiece theater here.
I
It
sometimes
was campy enough.
And it's good. Like, yeah,
You know,
it was.
Yeah.
Action
It's
was
actually-
good.
Yeah, it's better than the
It
original
looked-
source material.
Yeah.
But it's just the time thing. You know, like
Yeah.
in the '90s, that was acceptable. That was like, you know,
Yeah.
'90s corniness was great.
yeah.
Like that's what made it fun.
Yeah.
But I think
They put that as serious premise.
I don't think it took itself that seriously
Not too
though.
seriously.
I think
I
it
mean-
was enough.
But when you look at the trailers, I think it misled a lot of people because
It looked
made
more
it
serious.
way more
than-
serious than it should have been.
Yeah.
You know, and
But again, you went into a movie called Power Rangers.
yeah, that's true. Yeah,
You
Mighty
got to
Morphin.
That's
expect.
the problem with that's what I think with not all critics. I shouldn't say all critics. That's generally, but a lot of critics. It's sometimes they set the criteria of what they consider a movie needs to do to be good, and then apply it to all movies without realizing what that movie's aims might actually
Yeah.
be.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's why I don't follow critics, because it's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
well, you don't like the same movies I do,
Yeah.
so why should I listen to what you think?
Yeah, they give like
But that would fall under the Matrix, the first Matrix movie. And, like you go back and watch it now, it's thoroughly unimpressive.
oh yeah. And-
But
and it
at the
copied off
time,
of
it was
that type of
so revolutionary,
Yeah.
and everything copied it at the
Yeah.
time.
Okay,
And
Little
then
bit-
it copied itself.
a little bit off tangent here.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
A little bit off
It, like,
tangent here,
limited
but because
itself.
you mentioned that, this just made me think of something. It's because, you know, they're in post production, I think, for Avatar 2.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so many-
Now the
so
good
many
Avatar
Avatar.
stuff, not the last Airbender.
M Night Shyamalan.
No, the blue people Avatar.
You say good Avatar, and I still say the better Avatar.
I don't.
The thing is, Miguel was reading some posts, and he was talking about it's a coworker of his. They were talking about that they were doing Avatar, and the coworker he was working with said, "I didn't think the first one was that impressive. The graphics were horrible. This, that, the other." Yeah, exactly. And it's
Okay.
like, hold on a second. That was cutting edge
as-
for that
Yeah.
time. And
As
it still
somebody-
looks fucking amazing.
As somebody who doesn't like the movie and the plot and the script writing and the acting, the visual effects were what made that movie.
The world,
God.
Period.
Wait,
the
you don't
world,
like
the
this
world,
stuff about that?
No,
Or
I don't like Avatar.
the world came alive.
wait, what?
The blue, the
you
James
don't like-
Cameron's. I don't like James Cameron.
Really?
Look, yes, look.
Really?
I'm middle road
Okay.
with it. I'm middle road with it. Like
Daniel just like
I don't dislike Avatar.
Right.
I don't love Avatar.
Right.
But what I do appreciate about Avatar is it's one of the few films where I've watched 3D and thought buying the 3D was worth it.
yes,
That was the
100%.
first thing
I
I
will
got.
say that.
A lot of 3D movies,
Amazing.
I usually avoid 3D.
Well, they're gimmicky. Is I think the best
3D?
word for it. Like the Christmas Carol, Jim Carrey's Christmas Carol that was in 3D. So fucking gimmicky.
Yeah.
Like the candle would come out and like it's like
Oh, yeah,
dude,
yeah.
when you watch it, you're like, oh, that was 3D.
That was
like
you. Yeah,
I
I don't
hate
like
that
the ones
shit.
where if you
It
don't
takes
watch it. I don't
away.
like the ones where if you don't watch it in 3D,
You can
It's
tell
just like that was fucking stupid.
Yeah. Or like an arrow flies at the screen
Oh
and
my
like
God,
takes
yeah.
super long to focus on it. It's like, yeah, okay, in 3D I get whoa, but
Like in Final Destination 4.
come on,
You
man.
Final Destination?
But to go back to Avatar
Evil movies.
real quick,
God.
I want to say I think my biggest problem with James Cameron Avatar is it was overhyped. I think that's my biggest problem. Is everybody's like, oh my god, it's great. It's like the movie. If you take away all the perfect visual effects, I will say perfect. The stunning, like, it was jaw dropping
Yeah.
to look at that movie. 100%.
Oh, yeah, like when he, like,
but if you
bonds with the
take
client.
that away,
I like
I just didn't think the story was solid. I did not care for it. That's just me.
Like, I'm on the fence with that as well. Because, like, I think it was a solid movie. It's a great movie. But yeah, it is
I
essentially.
just think it
like-
was overhyped. That's
What are-
Fern Gully. Well, that's a
Well,
closer.
yeah.
That's more accurate.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
We talk about Fern Gully for a second. I kind of love
It
Fern
did not,
Gully.
but see, it did not age well.
I had a big crush on
No,
Krista.
no,
It did
Who
not
didn't?
age well.
Yeah.
I think
Krista, oh my
everyone
God,
in
yeah.
our age group.
Yeah.
Like, comment, and
Tim
subscribe
Curry.
if you have
Yeah, I was gonna
Krista.
And Tim Curry was the main villain, so I mean that's just that's like
You know what's
Bubbles
funny? I
Milk.
never
Yeah,
knew it,
Bubbles Milk.
but when I look back and think of
Like,
that
of
line,
course.
it's like malicious. I'm like,
Yeah,
it's
that's
fucking Tim Curry.
I mean, when he said like the one line I remember from that song is pouring down like chicken chow mein. Chicken chow mein. Like that's the one part, and it's like undeniably like Tim.
But yeah,
Curry.
that movie did not age well for me, at least. Like I actually tried to watch it, and just like
I kind of did the
I
same thing.
enjoyed
It's
this
like,
movie.
It was really. I mean, it was at that time.
Wait,
it was good
I had a bad movie do that to me recently. A bad movie that I enjoyed because I knew it was bad, but I just watched it recently, and I still enjoyed it to a certain degree, but the jokes didn't land the same. Basketball.
Oh man, I haven't seen baseball in years.
Yeah, basically, like I still enjoyed like the idea that these slackers with nothing going on in their lives combine baseball and basketball and become I still love that. I still love the rules of baseball. And some of the jokes still land, but some of the jokes is like, well,
I don't want to.
I'm distracted by.
I'm gonna zoom in. I'm gonna zoom in on you, like attempting to attack that.
And he had to edit in porn sound. Wall. You know that, like sometimes movies don't age well because,
Yeah.
and it's not so much that it's now a bad movie. It's just that the time has passed it by.
Yeah. Well, there's no other term other than it doesn't age well. Like,
Yeah.
that's really the
But
only
sometimes,
way to describe
a
it.
bad movie usually stays bad forever. And I grew up on movies. Movies were my first love.
Now, why? Well, on this particular mission, we may never know.
Why did they? If he's leading the mission or if he's on the mission?
So that was actually a quote from Independence Day.
Yeah.
It was the pilot that was. It was like Will Smith's friend or whatever.
Oh,
And
yeah.
they were like,
Oh,
"Give
yeah.
your sermon, preacher. Give your sermon."
Yeah.
Like, now, why? Well, on this particular mission, we may never know.
Was that Harry Connick?
I have no idea.
Welcome to Earth.
Welcome to Earth.
Welcome to Earth.